Guys, quiet please. People are shooting.
Alright, action!
Adze is a good director.
He's good at what he does.
He's adaptable.
He knows what he wants.
I believe as a filmmaker, everything you encounter adds value. Everything you find yourself engaging with in life at some point will actually help you add value to your career as a filmmaker. I was born in northern Nigeria, a town called Kaduna. Growing up in Nigeria, at that time, film wasn't really like a career choice. You know, everybody wanted their children to be doctors, engineers, lawyers, accountants, things that were regular. Much later, I think in '98, the government decided to build a film school. After that, I decided, okay, I wanted more practical experience in filmmaking, and at that time, I came across an article. Well, a friend recommended the South African Film School on Drama, which was AFDA at that time in Johannesburg. Everybody who goes to a film school, right, goes with the intention of learning how to make films. By the time you graduate, it's very rare that you find yourself making a film immediately. You might make a short film while you're in school, and you might make a short film after you graduate from school. But it's very rare that you find yourself making a feature film the moment you graduate from school. So once I was done with film school, most of the work available was television work.
So why what about that? Big nice. We shoot a music video. Video fixing your high.
Some of the shows I'd worked on for included, of course, Home Affairs. I did a lot of Zone 14, a lot of Society. I did Chisa, I think season 3. I did sitcoms, I think Squeezes, My Perfect Family. Currently, I'm still working on Isibaya.
Lengithi mina yonke lento sesayifulathela sesebenzela ukuthula la ephubesini.
So you use the opportunity to basically hone your skills, to master your craft, to experiment more. When you show that you can handle small things, that people tend to hand over bigger things for you to handle. So that by the time you are presented with an opportunity to make a feature film, it's about taking that knowledge and expanding it to fit the formats now. She doesn't really say much. She's here for an honest date, you know, thinking that this is going to lead somewhere. But obviously it doesn't.
I am the date, I'm not approaching it.
No. Well, you were meant to be her date, right? Isn't he meant to be your date? Okay. Yes. Even in Hollywood, many of the directors who are directing some of these very big budget blockbuster films now actually started on TV. My feature film directorial debut was Gog Helen, the film I wrote, I think in 2010.
And then I promise you, Zofik.
And fortunately enough, somebody just came and said, look, I've got this amount of money. Can we make a film? The money wasn't huge, it wasn't large, it wasn't very big. Thankfully, because of my experience on TV, I knew what I could shift, I could change, I knew what I could cheat without hurting the story. The approach for a feature film is slightly different from a TV series because a feature film means, you know, every scene must be intricate and necessary and must, you know, play a part in contributing to the total story. Look, there really isn't much of a style. It's more like, what does the scene require? What does the scene need you to do? So a simple trick for me is just to discover what really is changing in the scene. So if a scene starts off happy, I try to make the scene end either on a sad note or on a happier note. I try to stay away from having scenes start happy and end happy.
Do you think every single man out there is out to get with you?
Are you saying you don't?
Filmmaking is storytelling, and storytelling is about stories, and stories are about virtually everything that you can imagine, you can conceive of, and even things you can touch, taste, and see. The reality of working in the film industry is, and this is a quote from Woody Allen, a famous Hollywood director, and he says 90% of the job is really showing up. Is that whatever it is that you're meant to do, just make sure you do it well. Just make sure you are committed to it and you do it like your life depends on it. And you do it with passion, no matter how small it may be. You do it with dedication, you do it with devotion. This life is not a conventional life. And in film, you don't work in the film industry because of what you can get. You work in the film industry because of what you can give. So if you don't have anything to give, then you're already in the wrong field.